Hey everybody. I've had people reach out and say, hey, we haven't seen your video logs in a while, and I know that's because this grief journey has been something that I haven't felt like documenting, but I had one of the most terrible days yesterday, but depths of the earth realizations about myself in the midst of it that I just thought I would share. One of the things was that there are things in this life that we feel that we are just not ready for. And that is true. However, I can tell you that during those times, being a person of faith, of whatever it is that you believe, if you have nothing else during those moments to stand on, you've got to be able to anchor yourself and stand on something. And what I have found about myself is that all of the years of faith and anchoring and prayer, and all of the years where I am really, truly building up my storehouse and my bank account of prayer, I no longer take for granted, because at this moment, I cannot stand it when people say to me, oh, you're strong, you can deal with this, you are so strong, we don't understand why your daughter died, we don't understand why your life has been so hard. But what we know is if anybody is resilient and if anybody is strong enough to handle it, it is you. You've handled all the hard stuff and all of this. I don't give a shit about being strong right now. This is not something that I wish upon anybody who is strong. This is not a mantle of a strong woman. We've got that all misguided and misdirected. This isn't my strength. I'm human and I am fallible and I deserve rest. But what I have found is that at this moment, what I am operating out of does not mean strength. What I am operating out of is a reserve of prayer that others have prayed, as well as ones that I have as well over the years. This that you see, without any sleep, being able to coherently talk with you, this ain't strength. This is prayer. This is the prayers of the righteous that make tremendous power available. The power to do what I'm unprepared for. Because trust me, I wasn't prepared to get a phone call saying that my daughter had a heart attack and died in the shower. I wasn't prepared to head to the hospital and look at her body and be able to touch and rub and smell and hug every single part of her, because it would be the last time that I would ever do that. I wasn't prepared to ask my friends to eulogize her and to, during a pandemic, have to have a funeral and still be mindful of not getting everyone else sick, but yet be able to put my daughter away in a way that was honorable to her memory. I wasn't prepared to come home from the hospital and tell her 3 children that they would never see her again. I wasn't prepared to show up at the funeral home and her body and face look terrible, not doing her justice, and have to ask my friend, would you do her hair? And I do her makeup and I talk to her. I wasn't prepared to prepare her body. I wasn't prepared to do any of that. And most of all, I wasn't prepared for the emotional depth that it would take to get through, hour at a time, tantrums from her kids who are longing and screaming because their mother is no longer here. I wasn't prepared to not have the space and time to grieve besides these video logs. So, count it a privilege that you have access to my grief and to this journey. This ain't for no exploitation. This is because I need the world to know that right now, when you see people's losses on Facebook or any place and you say, I am praying for you, you better damn well be. Because these monumental tasks that those of us who are losing people have to deal with while the world just goes on can't be done with anything except for the prayers of others. Because this ain't strength, baby. This is prayer. This is me cashing in on the bank account and the reserve of the savings and the investment in my life of prayer all these years. That's what this is. And I thank you. I thank you all. I thank God. But I'm telling y'all, don't be playing around about praying for people. Don't play around with that. If you say you're going to do it, do it. Don't Don't just have the little half-ass emojis and half-ass praying hands emojis. Pray for people who need it. I am operating off of the amazing investment of prayer that people are putting into me right now. And I'm so thankful and so grateful, because yesterday I was not prepared to walk into my daughter's house and see the soap still in the shower where she had a heart attack. And today I'm not prepared to go back again, to pack up her home. But God is what I stand on. And for God I live, and for God I die, and for him I stand. And when I see my ability to walk through the doors, and my ability, even though I'm standing outside wailing and screaming and crying because I'm angry about the fact that she's no longer here, I don't ask God why. I just say, what am I supposed to do with all of this? What is this grief supposed to teach me? And how? What and how? How do I walk through this moment? And then I put a foot and a step forward, and I just do it. So thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. I love all of you so much, so much. And when I tell you that I'm praying for you, please know that I am. Please know that from the depth of the inside of the soul of God that sits on the inside of me, I'm rooting for you and I'm praying for you, for anyone who's experiencing losses. And I hope that the other people who are out there saying that they're praying really, truly are. If you can't do anything else but say, God help them, God give them strength. Those are simple prayers that work. The collective of all of it, going up to God on behalf of me, is miraculous, and something that I cannot begin to say thank you enough for. I can't begin to thank all of you enough for praying for me. So all I can do in this moment is say, I appreciate you, and may the God of the universe allow you to reap a harvest of the seeds of prayer that you are sowing for me right now, because I am reaping, and I'm loving the fact that there are folks out there praying